I'm Thalia Petropoulou. I'm a colorectal surgeon from Greece. I basically was interested in robotics back in 2017 while I was in UK doing my minimally invasive colorectal training. So in Greece we are basically general surgeons. So when I finished my training there, I went to UK to subspecialize in laparoscopic colorectal surgery to start with. I didn't know anything about robotics but back then. That was late 2015. So I did 2 advanced laparoscopic colorectal fellowships, and while I was finishing actually the second one, my hospital at that time had 2 robots. So I got the chance to be exposed in the technology. I was really impressed about how the robot was working, you know, and the precision. It was a totally different level of surgery as I saw it then. So I decided that I wanted to be part of this. So I applied for a fellowship and I stayed another 18 months and completed an international colorectal fellowship sponsored or supported by Intuitive in UK, in United Kingdom as well, in Sheffield. When the robot is docked, adhesiolysis is continued robotically till we find the correct plane above the duodenum and start our dissection. It's incredible, basically. I mean, it is microsurgery. You see the views you have. It's unbelievable. It's like being in the body yourself, and the flexibility and the accuracy that you can perform your maneuvers. It's really compared to nothing, you know. And I was quite experienced in laparoscopic surgery because I spent more than 2 years doing 2 fellowships and not only one. So I performed more than 500 laparoscopic operations. And when I started doing robotics, I thought it was a totally, you know, different game changer for the robot.
Talk about, did you have any mentors that really influenced you?
My basic mentor was the guy that trained me into the robotic surgery. This was Swan Amin, the guy, the surgeon in Sheffield. I spent 18 months with him. He inspired me in many ways. Not only he taught me how to do and perform excellent robotic surgery because he was a brilliant surgeon himself, but he always was a really good man. So he cared about his colleagues, his patients. He wanted to broaden the awareness for the robot, which again it wasn't that high at that time in United Kingdom. So he was like a role model for me, and I wanted to, you know, to follow his example and to do this with other people.
What's your favorite thing about the robot?
My favorite thing about the robot? I'm not sure I can say one. It just gives me the chance to do exactly what I want to do with the precision I want to do, and it improves patient outcomes, functional outcomes, oncological outcomes, short-term outcomes. Patients go home and they get out of the operating table and they can't believe that you operated on them. And we're talking about major colorectal surgeries. We're not talking about, you know, minor things. So sometimes they just wake up and say, "What happened? Did you operate on me?" They can't even realize that. They get out of the operation and they go up and have a walk and have a cup of tea, which you know, things like that were up to now impossible to think about. When you think about the open operations with the big cuts and the drains and the catheters and the NG tubes and everything and the epidurals and all of that. So it's totally, you know, a different level of surgery. Also, the Henle trunk consists of 2 separate branches inserting into the SMV, the gastroepiploic vein and the colonic branch draining hepatic flexure and transverse colon. So when I went back in Greece, I wanted to excel my practice and do new stuff. So I'm in independent practice. I'm back home from end of 2019. So a few months later, I performed the first robotic complete mesocolic excision in Europe with augmented reality tools and 3D models. So this is like a personalized surgery with 3D modeling from the CT scans. And with the use of augmented reality platform, I could have the 3D model overlaying in my screen while I was operating. So this increases the accuracy and the safety of the operations, because the complete mesocolic excision is a quite technically operation, and it hasn't been very widely adopted because of the complications that can come with this operation. So this technique minimizes the risks and give us more confidence to perform the surgery, which at the end there are some evidence that increases survival, especially in colon cancer stage 3. The increase in survival can be up to 17%. So, and lately I modified another technique, the natural orifice transluminal extraction colectomy. So, trying to do basically the minimally invasive surgery even more minimally invasive. We try to not to do any cuts in the human body. So, we try to do the natural orifice extraction colectomies. So this technique hasn't been widely adopted anyway, and it started a couple of years ago from an American team, but still it has some bacteriological concerns, so it hasn't been widely adopted. Again, with the technically demanding that it is. So I modified the technique a little bit, and so I'm getting the specimen out of the anus while is it closed. So this minimizes the bacteriological concerns and also optimizes operative time, because you do the purse string outside the abdomen. So it benefits the patients, so patients can go home even a couple of hours after the operation with no pain at all. And hopefully this will be published soon. This is actually a video from 2 years ago when I moved back and wanted to start doing complete mesocolic excisions and D3 lymphadenectomies. Conferences like this are really important. I mean, it's quite unique to see all the innovators in one place, and being among the winners in this kind of, I mean, this lets you the chance to be more well known and get your work to be seen. So, you know, opportunities can arise, and also you do get exposed to the best surgical practices, so that helps you, you know, innovate a bit more and expand your practice even more. It's kind of funny how Dr. Bhandari found me in social media, actually, and he suggested that I could, I participated in this competition, and by sending a video, he had seen some of my work in LinkedIn. So I'm very grateful, and I'm really happy that I managed to come here, and I hope we have a fruitful collaboration from now on. So when I started my career going back home, it was a little bit frustrating because not many surgeons in Greece do robots. We only have like 12 robots, and only in private hospitals. So when I went back there, I was kind of all alone. I didn't have anyone to help me. So if something went wrong, I would have to, convert or whatever. So this was a bit frustrated because I had to make myself known and also make the technology known and prove to patients and to increase awareness about the robot and about the potential benefits, and also prove to the hospitals that it's not very expensive. It decreases complications, length of stay, so the hospital benefits as well. So it's not as expensive as they think it is, actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.